and welcome to the second Historics auction of 2022. We are here at Ascot Racecourse, just ahead of the auction itself, which is happening on the 21st of May, that's this Saturday. We have got more than 200 cars and bikes and one very special guitar up for grabs. Please come along this week and have a look for yourselves, but just to whet your appetite to start with, here are a few of the wonderful machines on offer. In January 1969, the Capri Sensation began, and it went on to sell almost 2 million cars in its near 2-decade life. There was a car to suit most budgets and driving skills, from a 1.3 litre through to a 3.1 litre engine. This is a 2.8 injection. It's done just over 90,000 miles, and its estimate is between £13,000 and £17,000, and I am sorely tempted. I have so much love for the VW Golf GTI Mk2 16 valve. So much love that I owned a lovely second-hand example for about 10 years. This one was built in 1987, and its first owner was a quality engineer from Bentley. It has done just 38,000 miles and has got extensive options, including a leather steering wheel, heated front seats and these fog lights. It has got no reserve here at the auction, which means somebody will be going home with this lovely car. Will it be me? The Ferrari 458 Italia is perhaps my favourite Ferrari because the handling is so superb. It's got a 4.5 litre V8 engine and it'll do just over 200 miles an hour. This is from 2013 and it is black, as you can see, with a black interior. But to spice things up, there's a bit of yellow stitching. I do like a bit of yellow stitching. It has done just under 12,000 miles and its estimate is from £125,000 to £150,000.
Lot 217 is the 1966 Pontiac GTO, aka Monkey Mobile. Now this one was the 2011 45th anniversary tour car, signed by the band and interestingly owned by our very own Mark Perkins. Mark, tell us a little bit about the car.
Well, good afternoon, Matt. Well, this has got some fantastic history, as you well know. There's a time when I disappeared in 2011 when I went on tour with the Monkeys, as you probably remember. So I was the driver. We'd done all the venues that were in the UK. Yep. Heavily documented with pictures and signatures all over the car.
Fantastic.
And it was a proper tick.
In your box? In
my box, for something I wanted to do.
List.
It's probably the only job that I went to and I didn't get paid, but I was more than happy as a fan of the Monkeys.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's the estimate on this?
The estimate is around £60,000 to £70,000.
60 to 70,000
Now that's not bad, considering, as you probably know, Meckham Auction 6 weeks ago sold a very similar car, yes, which wasn't as authentic as this one, $255,000.
Bargain.
Half the car.
Bargain.
Yeah, this is a bargain. If you're a Monkeys fan, this is what you will have without a doubt.
And here we have a late entry based on the fact that we've consigned this Monkey Mobile. Now, Mark, what is this?
Well, I can tell you this is a Gretsch Country Gentleman's guitar.
Lovely.
And it's not just normal. This is a 1958 original one.
Right.
And if you look closely, it's signed by all 4 members of the Monkeys.
Yep.
And on top of that, there is paperwork. And also, we know of the history of the guitar. It was used in the pop group The Monkeys.
It was used?
Actually, screenshot used.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know who was playing it. Don't ask me these silly things. I wasn't alive in 1958.
So how much have we got this estimated for?
You're looking around the £20,000.
£20,000.
And that is a bargain, because
wow,
the guitar alone would be worth that, let alone the signatures and the paperwork that goes with it.
And an original case.
Yes,
so
yes, it comes
fantastic.
with the original holder. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. And a great accompaniment to the Monkey Mobile.
Without a doubt.
Fantastic. Lot 253 is this 1993 Mercedes-Benz SL600, the V12 variant. This one ordered new by the royal family of Brunei, and interestingly in this violet blue, which is a BMW paint code. So you can imagine the expense of making Mercedes paint one of their own cars in a BMW colour just for the Sultan of Brunei. Now this particular car, about 45 to 60 is the estimate. Now that sounds expensive, but there's a very good reason. This has under 2,500 kilometres from new, and it's had a recent huge recommissioning from Mercedes-Benz themselves. So it's stunning, and it's absolutely as new as you would expect. None of the problems normally associated that I can find with the Brunei cars. It actually doesn't look too cooked. It looks in lovely order throughout. And with that V12 engine, I think it would be a definite favourite for going forward. Lot 158, and it's one of my personal favourites. It's the McLaren MP4-12 or 12C a little bit later on. These cars are absolutely stonking value. Now this one I think is 75 to 90,000 pounds, only got 11,000 miles on the clock, comprehensive service history. It's in this absolutely stunning colour. So 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds, just shy of 600 brake horsepower, and it was the first McLaren they really built after the F1. Properly built really by the Ron Dennis side of things. So it's the one I would buy, and if I know anything, so should you. My next favourite is lot 211, the classic 1972 911 Porsche with the external oil filler, made in that year of course only. Now this particular example is very, very lovely. It was actually restored by Porsche Swindon, one of the very few places you can have a classic Porsche restored by Porsche themselves. And in this instance, the eye for detail is lovely. It's very, very original. All the paperwork with it, and I'm told about £150,000 for the restoration alone. It's an absolutely stunning example. 95 to £105,000 is our estimate, which given the expenditure doesn't seem too expensive. Now under here is the beautiful engine bay with all the original stickers in place. Now there's a lot of talk obviously about people preferring the 911S, whereas the T was a slightly more relaxed car. But I think of this era, it doesn't matter as much as people may lead you to believe. This will actually probably drive nicer day to day, whereas the S is a little bit more highly tuned. But under here again, the attention to detail is absolutely stunning. A fully matching numbers example with all the paperwork you can imagine. I think this is one for the bucket list.
Thank you, Matthew. Now, lot number 244 is this Mercedes C63 AMG Black Series, boasting 510 brake horsepower over and above the 480 brake horsepower of the standard model. It's an extremely rare car. Only 66 right-hand drive examples of these were ever built. This particular car has got the dynamic pack and the aero kit as well, meaning it's got lots of lovely carbon at the front of the car and a massive wing at the back as well. With only 31,000 miles on the clock, its rarity is sure to be a great buy. Estimate is 125 to 145,000 pounds. Lot number 191A is this, frankly, once in a lifetime opportunity. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Holland & Holland Overfinch Range Rover. Now, not to be confused with the 4.2 litre engine which the L322 Range Rovers originally came with from Holland & Holland, and the prototype car was. This is the 5 litre version. So this is only one of 4 cars that were ever produced. It comes with all of the certificates of authenticity confirming that it is a real Overfinch, it is a real Holland & Holland, and this car has had one owner from new. I'm actually really excited to see this because I absolutely adore the Holland & Holland cars. It's got extensive customization throughout the car, and it's only covered 48,000 miles. The other really exciting thing about this car, there's no reserve. No reserve whatsoever, and the estimate is around £35,000, which is an absolute bargain. I adore this. If I didn't already have a Range Rover, I'd be bidding on this myself. So go and check it out. The full listing is available with all the details, and you've got to go and check it out because there's some champagne glasses in it and some other amazing details. You have to go and check out the listing on this car. Lot number 276 is this microcar, actually built under license by BMW for a company called Isetta, believed to be one of only 26 ever built and one of only 2 surviving. Built in 1957 and registered in 1958, this is powered by a BMW 300cc engine. It's actually a pickup, so you've got a little storage rack here and you've got storage on the back to carry around pizzas or whatever it is, and you've got this door on the front. Cool piece of kit. The estimate is around £20,000 and it's been subjected to a full nut and bolt restoration. Really, really quirky. Now I'm going to put the camera away whilst I try and get out. Lot number 191 then is this G320 Cabriolet. This is a convertible G-Wagon. Having been registered new in Germany, it then went to Mallorca at one point in its life, and then the dealer there actually fitted Brabus upgrades to this car, including wheels and a whole host of other bits. The car has been reupholstered inside before being re-registered in the UK in 2016. It's got all the UK paperwork. The estimate is £85,000 to £90,000, and I challenge you to find another one of these cars. I love it, fancy a bid myself.
Well, that is just a snapshot of what we have got on offer. Our preview days are Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, so come to Ascot and have a look. And the auction itself is on Saturday, starting at 9:30 a.m.
Of course, don't forget to follow on all social platforms, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the podcast, which is also available on all of your usual streaming platforms. Follow on Instagram as well for a little sneak peek of the cars that are coming in available at the next auction, which is in July, I believe.
July 16th, very well done. Yeah. Now, don't forget, if you want to bid, you have to pre-register. You can do that when you're here or online at historics.co.uk. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.